Good show. Good show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 5 Questions, the show where we let the audience ask all the questions. So, if you've been watching for the last couple of weeks, you know that we had a lot of makeup artists come in and tell us a little bit about themselves. But today, we are switching it up. We have a rapper coming in today.
Yeah, so being an independent musician is very tough, but doing it while in pharmacy school is actually even tougher. Let's give a big round of applause for Ikandi.
You look fabulous. Thanks for coming.
Love the dress and the shoes.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right. We can't wait to hear a lot about you. Oh, wait, looks like we have a question already. We didn't even get to the 5 questions yet. How may I help you? A hug.
Fan.
Well,
Alright.
can I go
Look
first?
at this beautiful lady.
I can give him a hug. Oh, I got it. Okay.
Aw, isn't that nice? Wow, you're getting so much love. How does that feel?
It feels awesome. It didn't used to be like this, though.
Oh,
It didn't
so
used
the struggle was real back in the day?
It was real.
Yeah, so just tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get started in this music business?
I started initially with modeling, and I didn't even really know that I was going to go this route. I've always loved, to sing, and I've loved to rap, even as a kid. But I didn't really know that I was going to get this far, so I started, with modeling, and through that, I met a couple of people, basically by affiliation, people who knew a lot of, mainstream artists. I've gotten to work with Lil Flip, Cali Swag District, Travis Porter, and the list goes on. So,
Watch
yeah,
out, Nicki Minaj.
Oh my God!
Right, literally.
Everybody always says that. Everybody always says that, which I guess I could take that as a compliment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt.
So what struggles have you faced? It's so tough to really stand out in the music industry, but to really set yourself apart and sort of overcome adversity in the meantime, what advice would you give to someone that is a young artist trying to make it or trying to have a dream of becoming the next Nicki Minaj or the next Rihanna?
Very good question. So I would say that everybody's route is different. Okay, everybody has a different route. Some people, they get in a lot easier than others, into the industry by affiliation, obviously. And some people have to really work hard for it. But the number one thing that I would always say to everybody is that you want to keep going until you get it. Because a lot of times people are trying for like 10 years and they quit, and it's unfortunate. I think that no matter how tough it is, you're going to have people who are trying to bring you down and trying to distract you from your main goal in life. And if you let them get to you, then you're not going to make it.
I always say mind over matter. The mind is the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
And what you really retrain your thoughts and reprogram yourself, you could be anything you want. It's just a matter of persistence.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
consistency.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you,
Consistency is key.
Alexandra.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Consistency is very important, and I think that some people, like I said, it will be tough, but if you try hard enough, eventually that dream will come true.
Right, a lot of it's about hard work. You could have the talent, but it's the hard work and the dedication. Look at you, you're already on that path.
Thank you. And I do have to also add something that I didn't say that I think is also very important, and I'll be mad if I don't say this.
Heard that. She has a message for you guys.
I think that a lot of people are chasing dreams for the wrong reason. I think if you're only in it for the money, you're not going to get far. A lot of times people maybe either turn down something or they don't want to do that, and that might have been a door that could get you somewhere else. So I think if your main focus is the money, it will not happen.
Right, it's like if you're passionate about something, it's like it's not a job. If you enjoy what you do, you're going to inspire and connect with other people. I completely agree with you.
Right, that was a great message, darling. Thank you. So you guys hear that? Stop money chasing and chase your dreams instead, okay? So now we're going to go to one of our favorite parts of the show, of course, where the customers. where we're gonna go to our favorite part of the show, of course, where our audience is gonna get to ask you some questions.
Put you on the hot spot.
Okay. All right. So question number 1, who do we have?
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, yeah, I know a lot of musicians who are like starting out and they wonder what they should do to get noticed and recognition. Like, do you think they should go to an open mic, or how do you get to meet all the cool people that you get to meet? What would you recommend? How do you do that?
I think that they should try different motives, and if one thing fails, maybe try another, because it didn't just happen for me overnight, and I'm still not at the peak, like I'm still not where I want to be, but I am climbing the mountain, and I am at least, progressing, and that's what matters to me. It doesn't matter that I'm not exactly where I want to be right now. But I think that trying different things, so, and this pertains to every field. I mean, it doesn't matter if, you want to do music or what it is that you want to do. It might be something completely different, but just always having a mindset that this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. If this doesn't work or this fails, then plan B. So for musicians, maybe open mic night, okay? Maybe open mic night might not be the best choice, but I think definitely having different plans and different options is very important.
What about social media? A lot of people now are being discovered on social media. We see, the sensations on the morning show with Today, and
especially
even the negative feedback, but it still could be a good outlet in terms of a lot of like undiscovered talent now is being discovered with social media. What would you recommend with that? How's been your experience with social media? A good one?
Yes, it's been a good one. Sometimes it tends to, I don't want to say fail, but I want to say sometimes that can backfire, because I've in the past posted things on people's wall, and I can't see them, but I can feel that they're getting annoyed by me posting things on their wall.
Yeah.
So I think that there's limits to it. I think definitely social media is good. I think that mixing it with other things, I think that people are more likely to view you on social media if maybe you have done open mic nights. So if you have done something like some free shows and things like that, and then posting things on social media, I think people would be more likely to click and, to view you, rather than you're just posting stuff and nobody has no idea who you are.
And do you have a website where people can go to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. I think that's really good, just to have that online presence where someone can actually see your work and see what you can actually do.
I think so.
I agree.
Completely. All right. Question number 2, guys. Yes. The hugger here.
Do you ever feel like quitting? And if so, what motivates you to do what you do?
Yes,
Good question.
that is a good question, actually. This kind of goes back, I guess, to what I was saying earlier, that I do feel like quitting sometimes, because I feel like there's so much competition out there, and I feel like there's been times where I've been shut down and people don't give me a chance, and I feel like I'm giving it my all and I'm not really getting much feedback, you know. And so, on a daily basis, I do feel like quitting, but I'm a Christian, and I pray about it, and I do as much as I can. Like, I work on music every day. Sometimes I even go to my friends for advice, and to see what they think, and they're very honest, with me, and they'll tell me, this isn't gonna work, you need to do something else,
That's
or
a good support system. That's really good to have that.
or this is a hit, and most of the time when they say this is a hit, it goes pretty viral compared to the rest of my work. So I believe them, when they say that. But I think going to people who you're really closely related to is definitely one of my best options in terms of like quitting, because they're the people who will comfort you and make you kind of work a little harder. But if you're just going to look at comments that people left of you, of course they're going to be negative, you know what I mean? But that's a very good question.
That's right. Keep pushing and keep praying. I like it. I like it. All right. Our third question of the day, that goes to you, sir.
Are you discriminated, or do people say hateful things? I guess another way to rephrase that is, how do you deal with the haters?
This goes back. All these questions are kind of
They're
tied
all
together.
combined, yeah.
Yeah, they're all kind of combined. Wow. Well, again, I just go to family support system, pray about it. Pretty much the same thing, but I really try not to look at those negative comments anymore, because because I know that they're gonna be there.
Right.
And even like in school, I have people who are a little bit envious, and I've been envious too. I'm not, I can't really say that I'm innocent because I've been envious of people too, but I try not to be because everybody has their fate, everybody has, their own thing.
Right.
And I think instead of being envious and hateful, people should find what their niche is, what they're, really good at. That's what I think. So.
I think when we look outside, when we look inside versus outside, and we eliminate the word competition, is what I feel like you're trying to say. There's always going to be the competition as you rise up the ladder. There's always going to be someone that may not like you, and that's part of life. Not everyone's going to like you, but if you're comfortable with yourself, and you could block those emotions out, and the criticism, you know what you are. You know you're an amazing, beautiful singer.
Oh, thank you.
And you know that, that's just part of the job, unfortunately.
Right.
And, I think that's great.
I'm sure you guys get it a lot because you guys are beautiful too. So I know that there's girls out there hating.
Oh, just tell the haters.
Tell them.
Tell them to take several
I just
seats.
block it out.
But thank you so much. Do we have any more questions from the audience? Yes, this beautiful lady.
Thank you. Being a female rapper, I know it's very hard to gain the success that you want in the industry. And was it a lot of pressure having to work with the artists, big name artists you mentioned earlier?
Yes, it was. I don't know if I could say some of these things on set, but you guys can blur it out or whatever it is that you do.
Edit it out.
I've had a lot of people say really crazy things. I'm like, wow, people really think this, and I hope they don't really think that and they're just talking mess. But I've had people come up to me and say, "Did you suck their,
Just to get that role?
To get that role.
Wow.
Yeah. And
just because we're females.
because we're females, yeah. Did you do this? Did you do that with this guy? They all smashed her. They all did this, and that's how she, yeah. And I was just like shocked. I was like, wow. People, the fact that this is even in your head, but it's all just hard work, is what it is. And I would never do that. In fact, I've come across some instances where people have come and tried to kind of lure me, and I kind of figured that it was not going to end good, so I kind of backed away from that. So if there's anything like that, I'm always like shying away from that. I would never, So it's been hard, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And a person who's truly talented, it's not about, they rise to the ladder because they're talented and because they never give up. It's not about the external factors.
Yeah,
it's more about the true talent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming today and sharing your light with us. We're just so excited to have you.
Thank you.
But before we, cut the show today, first of all, you guys make sure you tune in next week. But before that, we're gonna have Ikandi actually perform one of her songs.
I'm a city girl, city girl, city girl. I am a city girl, city girl, city girl. City girl, city girl, city girl. I am a city girl, city girl, city girl. City girl, city girl, city girl. I am a city girl, city girl, city girl. City girl, city girl, city girl. I am a city girl, city girl, city girl. We said Diddy. Get sprung, they bow down to the kitty. But we ain't worried about the money in my mind. Biddy, we only do hundreds. What you doing? Yeah, we already done it. Wanna join my wagon? Jump on it, jump on it. You like my style, you can shop it. I got so many items. When a new one comes, I just say stock it. That's how I'm living, son. Huh.